Hey there, curious minds! Get ready to take a trip through the eccentric side of history as we explore some of the most bizarre inventions ever conceived. From quirky contraptions to downright head-scratching ideas, join us on a journey through time with bizarre inventions in history. The baby cage, 1937. Introducing the baby cage, a 1930s solution that hung infants in wire cages outside apartment windows, providing a breath of fresh air and sunlight for city-dwelling parents. In a time when cramped living spaces lacked outdoor access, the baby cage emerged as a creative attempt to combine urban convenience with the benefits of outdoor exposure. The craze took off in major cities like London, where proponents argued that the cage promoted better health by exposing babies to natural sunlight and offering a change of scenery. However, controversy surrounded this quirky contraption as critics raised concerns about safety and potential psychological impacts on the child. The baby cage symbolized unique solutions to urban living challenges, becoming both a marvel and a point of debate.
Whoa, what the heck?
The Isolator Helmet, 1925. The Isolator Helmet, conceived in 1925 by science fiction writer Hugo Gernsback, was designed with the ambitious goal of enhancing concentration and eliminating distractions during work. Its distinct appearance featured a large, enclosed space around the head, equipped with a visor and an attached oxygen tank for fresh air supply. Market claims asserted that the isolator could significantly boost productivity by blocking out both visual and auditory stimuli, allowing wearers to maintain an unwavering focus on their tasks. The helmet's design included a narrow horizontal slit in the visor, deliberately restricting the user's field of vision to what was directly in front of them. Despite these grand aspirations, practical issues hampered the Isolator helmet's success. Users found the helmet cumbersome and uncomfortable for extended periods, rendering it impractical for everyday use. The restrictive design not only limited communication but also made it challenging to perform tasks requiring a broader awareness of one's surroundings. Critics argued that the Isolator helmet, rather than aiding productivity, proved more of a hindrance due to its impracticality and potential negative impact on mental well-being. While the Isolator helmet failed to achieve widespread adoption, it remains a fascinating testament to the interplay between innovation and practicality in the realm of peculiar inventions. Ford Nucleon, 1958. In the 1950s, Ford embarked on an audacious journey with the Ford Nucleon, a concept that envisioned a nuclear-powered car. This daring idea aimed to redefine fuel efficiency by utilizing small nuclear reactors to generate power for electric motors. The prospect of a vehicle running on nuclear energy captured the public's imagination during an era marked by fascination with technological innovation. The Nucleon wasn't merely a car, it was a symbol of futuristic aspirations and a testament to the potential of nuclear power in the automotive industry. However, despite the grand vision, the concept faced formidable challenges. Safety concerns loomed large, with questions about the risks associated with a nuclear-powered vehicle. Technological hurdles also played a role in hindering the Nucleon's progress beyond the prototype stage. While the Ford Nucleon never materialized into a production vehicle, it remains a captivating chapter in automotive history, showcasing the bold dreams of an era that sought to push the boundaries of conventional transportation.
You tried, and that's all that matters.
Anti-eating face mask, 1964. The anti-eating face mask from 1964 aimed to curb snacking by rendering it physically impossible. This bizarre invention featured a design that allowed wearers to breathe but blocked access to the mouth, preventing them from indulging in snacks. While the intention was to promote weight loss through restriction, the discomfort and impracticality of the mask likely deterred widespread adoption. It stands as a quirky reminder of extreme dieting trends in the mid-20th century.
I'm not gonna eat you!
Hair-growing helmet, 1930s. The hair-growing helmet from the 1930s took a whimsical approach to address the desire for lush locks by harnessing the power of infrared lights. In an era where beauty solutions embraced innovative ideas, this helmet resembled something out of a science fiction movie, capturing the imagination of those seeking unconventional remedies. The helmet's concept was rooted in the belief that exposure to infrared lights could stimulate hair growth, an idea that, to some extent, aligns with modern light therapy approaches in addressing hair-related concerns. However, despite the creative thinking behind it, the lack of substantial scientific evidence supporting its effectiveness likely led to its disappearance from the market. The hair-growing helmet stands as a curious artifact of an era where beauty solutions ventured into uncharted territories. While the helmet may not have revolutionized hair care, it remains a fascinating example of the intersection between technology, beauty, and the creative lengths people were willing to go in their pursuit of aesthetic ideals during the 1930s.
Huh?
Amphibious Bicycle, 1932. The Amphibious Bicycle of 1932 was a daring attempt to create a dual-purpose vehicle for land and water exploration. The design featured large, buoyant wheels that allowed the bicycle to float on water, promising adventurers a seamless transition between cycling on land and gliding across bodies of water. The primary challenge lay in balancing the functionality of the bicycle in both environments. While the oversized wheels enabled flotation, they also introduced inefficiencies when cycling on solid ground. The design compromised the bicycle's efficiency as a land vehicle and created a wet and cumbersome experience for riders once they transitioned to water. The impracticality of the amphibious bicycle became apparent in real-world use. The transition from land to water and vice versa was far from seamless, often requiring manual adjustments and compromises in performance. Riders found themselves dealing with a wet and less than optimal cycling experience, making the concept more of a novelty than a practical means of transportation. The amphibious bicycle serves as a quirky example of ambitious yet flawed engineering, highlighting the challenges of merging functionality across distinct environments.
Hello there.
Vibrating weight loss machine, 1920s. In the 1920s, vibrating weight loss machines gained popularity, promising to shake away excess fat. These devices were often marketed as effortless solutions to weight loss. However, their effectiveness was questionable, and the scientific community increasingly dismissed the idea. The era's fascination with quick fixes for health and beauty produced various gadgets, with vibrating machines being a prime example of trends that have since been debunked. Radio hat, 1931. The radio hat of 1931 combined fashion and technology, allowing wearers to carry their radios on their heads. While the concept was unique, the practicality of having a radio on one's head raised questions about its widespread use. The radio hat reflects an era when portable radios were becoming popular, and inventors sought innovative ways to integrate them into daily life, even if some ideas were more eccentric than others. Dog Restrainer, 1935. In the 1930s, the dog restrainer attempted to control dogs through elaborate contraptions, restricting their movement and behavior. Despite the good intentions of keeping pets safe, the impracticality and discomfort likely deterred pet owners from embracing such a restrictive device. The dog restrainer serves as a humorous example of well-intentioned yet flawed attempts to manage the behavior of our furry companions. Square watermelon, 1978. The square watermelon from Japan in 1978 resulted from an agricultural experiment aiming to optimize storage space. By growing watermelons in a square shape, producers aimed to make stacking and transportation more convenient. The cultivation process involved placing young watermelons into square-shaped glass containers, allowing them to naturally take on the desired form as they grew. While the square watermelon gained attention for its novelty and visually striking appearance, consumer preferences and cultivation challenges limited its commercial success. The labor-intensive cultivation method and the fact that the square shape didn't necessarily enhance the taste contributed to its niche status. Despite these challenges, the square watermelon remains a quirky footnote in the world of agricultural experimentation and consumer trends. And there you have it, a journey through the annals of bizarre inventions. Which one left you scratching your head the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and remember, history is filled with wonderfully weird ideas. Stay curious, stay amused, and I'll catch you in the next video.